Hello, my name is Megan, and I am the illustrator behind Illustyro Studio. This is going to be a very long and rambly video just to kind of tell you where I've been, what I've been up to, and where I'm hoping to go in 2025. I am still sorting things out. I don't really do well with these big, massive goals. I do better with day-to-day goals, like today I'm going to do this, and then tomorrow I'll do that. But essentially, in 2025, when I get to December, I want to be able to look back and see how much my technical skills have developed. So that's what I'm kind of leaning into right now is just really working on building those technical skills. I thought it would be a good idea to talk about this stuff while I'm doing some quick-ish gesture drawings. I'm going to talk more about these later and why my hand is moving kind of slow. To begin, I wanted to just talk about where I've been. January was kind of crazy, and at the end of January, I discovered an opportunity to sell some of my stuff in a local store. I'm extremely nervous about this opportunity, but I am very excited because it's kind of put some stuff into perspective for me on what I want to accomplish this year and just how much work I need to do to get there. The store is a mercantile shop where there's a lot of different vendors. I don't really have, I just have some stationery stuff, some prints, some stickers, and so forth. I was able to rent a wall at the store, so I'm going to put a picture of it on the screen. But the wall started off being completely white, so I was allowed to decorate it and do what I wanted with it. And so this is how it turned out, and I'm really excited with it. I'm really happy with it, and I'm feeling inspired to create more and to step outside of my box and to grow my skills. But it's got me thinking about my 2025 goals and what I want to do to get to where I want to go. And thinking about stuff for the shop now, I realize that I have a lot of technical skills that I need to develop. I realize that I have been procrastinating developing those technical skills in favor of watching more lessons and videos and learning and stuff. I knew that I was doing this a little bit, but it just kind of hit me really hard how much my technical skills need to develop. Because of this, because of the shop, I have decided to tweak my 2025 goals. I'm not going to be approaching it like I said in this other video. I'm going to be taking a more hands-on approach appropriately to develop things like my drawing skills, my painting skills, working with physical media. I love Procreate. I love working in Clip Studio Paint. I love working digitally because it's somewhat easier and that you don't have to, get out all the paints, get out all the stuff that you need. You have it all right there at your hands. And like if I'm drawing in Procreate, I'm on my iPad and I can go sit anywhere in my apartment. I can go to my parents' house. I can draw anywhere. And while traditional media, yes, you can draw anywhere, I just feel like it requires being prepared a little bit more, I guess, for lack of better words. And so I have decided to kind of take a step back from digital stuff in favor of developing some more traditional skills. So in a few weeks, I'm going to do a video about my watercolor paintings. If you have been following me on Instagram, you'll see that I've been painting a lot over the last couple weeks, and I am having so much fun. I love the fact that I make mistakes and I can't undo them. I struggle with OCD, and so by doing stuff digitally, I have a tendency to focus over, like hyper focus on spots on my paintings. And it wasn't until recently that it kind of clicked for me because I found this illustration group, which I'll link them below too. And they have a podcast where they talk about all things illustration. The ladies in this podcast were talking about how, like, if you draw digitally, make sure that you leave those mistakes in your paintings because sometimes that transforms your piece into something that's you never imagined it could have been. And, like it could elevate your piece even more. And that's kind of what I'm learning painting right now is that it's nice to have a medium where I can't really fix my mistakes. Like you can to a certain extent, but like sometimes you just have to live with it. And there have been a few where I'm like, "Ooh, that looks terrible." And then I go back and look at it later and I'm like, "You know what? That actually wasn't that bad." And I'm glad that I couldn't change it and I couldn't lose the original feelings behind painting it. That's kind of a quick overview. I'm going to do another video about my painting and all that stuff anyways. Part of my new approach to 2025 is going to be painting more, drawing in a sketchbook, which I've always kind of avoided. And I've realized that I've avoided it because I get really nervous about my drawing skills. I feel like I'm better with media where I can indicate tone and values better. And you can do that with drawing, but I just feel like it just doesn't click in my brain for me for some reason. So like if I paint, if I color, I feel like I can really capture their volume. It's harder for me to distill it down to a few lines to indicate what it is I'm trying to draw, and I kind of feel silly. And so I'm trying to get over that mental block too and draw more. It's been really nice to do. I've been drawing in this sketchbook, and I've been at night, I sit down and I just kind of draw a few pages of just whatever's on my mind. Sometimes it's stuff around me, sometimes it's stuff in the TV show that I'm watching, sometimes it's like the other day I was thinking of like art supplies, so like colored pencils, crayons, paintbrushes, and just kind of sketching those out. And so I'm trying to just keep it really easy, keep it simple, and just trying to start the habit of just creating something every day. I When I did my 100 illustrations, I learned that I put a lot of pressure on myself if I do something like that, where I'm like, I'm going to do these illustrations every single day because I feel like I have to go above and beyond and do this massive thing when it doesn't have to be that complicated. So instead of doing something like that or saying, like, I'm going to do this every day, like this big, massive thing, I'm whittling it down to just, I'm going to create something every day, which still sounds kind of like a big, huge, scary thing. But for me, creating is more just, oh, I drew a doodle of a plant, or oh, I painted one of my heads, or oh, I whatever, just something simple every day. So whether it's digital media, drawing, painting, coloring, whatever, I'm still moving forward, but it gives myself the ability to jump between media as I want to. And it brings me more joy because now I can really just run with what it is I want to create. Because some days I do really want to paint and I want to do all these different things, but then the next day it's like I just want to draw. And that's completely okay. I'm just trying to create a daily habit because for me, I know that that will be necessary for me to develop the technical skills that I want to develop. So that's a very long winded way of saying that I'm going to be drawing and painting a lot more this year than I had originally planned on. And it'll be coming in different forms of stuff. So I'll be, physically painting on watercolor paper or digitally painting in, Procreate or Clip Studio Paint as I follow what it is I'm feeling that day. So I got my wall all set up, and the day that I was going to go put those shelves up, I accidentally cut my thumb with a paper guillotine, which is one of those massive industrial sized paper cutters. It was bad. I went to emergency care, and so my thumb is all wrapped up. It was all wrapped up with like a bunch of blue tape and stuff like that. So that's the reason why these drawings are a little bit slow, these gesture drawings. It's because my thumb is wrapped up in a bunch of blue bandages, and so I couldn't really draw as fast as I wanted to. But it's fine. I was happy that I was able to do something. I was trying to give myself the ability to take a break because of my thumb. And so I waited until I felt comfortable holding a drawing utensil of sorts. So that's why I didn't really draw very much during the first week of February and the last week of January was because I was doing all that stuff and then I got sick. I had RSV for like 2 weeks. It's just kind of been a crazy couple weeks and I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. Once my thumb started to feel better enough to like take the wrapping off, that's when I really started painting a lot more. And I've enjoyed the break from staring at a screen. I felt more creative and I felt like I could just kind of do whatever. And there was more freedom because I could create mistakes and then just say, well, can't fix it. Like it is what it is. I really needed that to help me kind of move forward. That's basically what I've been up to. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I know that there's a few different ways to do gesture drawings. I know that. And these ones are just meant to be like the quick capture the line of action type drawings. I didn't want to do full on figures because I couldn't do it with my thumb. It was nice to just sketch and think through, pencil marks and stuff when trying to convey these kinds of activities. So I'm going to be doing more of these. I'm going to be doing a lot more just like drawing warm ups and things like that just to get in the habit of doing stuff like that because I do think that those skills are helpful and I know that I need a lot of work in that area. So I'm going to start with the basics and I'll try to post what I'm doing and what I'm working on so that way you can see. And if you're also like me and you're struggling in your technical skills, then maybe it will help you as well. I put off making this video once I started feeling better because I was stuck in my head with these thoughts of all these things that I wanted to do and I wasn't feeling overwhelmed. I was feeling excited and invigorated to create and draw and do all these things, but I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed at the amount of work that I know that I need to do. So that's kind of where my headspace has been the past couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to the end of February. I'm curious to see where I will be at with my 100 heads because I've been making a lot of progress there. I'm really excited for this next step, all this exploration and giving myself room and freedom to be bad at things and to just accept it and move on because I'm never going to get better if I don't embrace being bad right now. And you have to start from somewhere. And if you never practice, you're not going to get better. I'm going to end this video. Sorry that it's really rambly. I'm still trying to collect my thoughts and figure out where I'm going from here, but I am really excited to explore traditional media again and see where it leads. I hope you guys have a great week, and I am signing off.